And record. It made little screen. Oh no. It made it little. Okay. Let me see if I can capture this any other way because I was supposed to test this out and I did not. Um, so let me see. I'm hoping that maybe I can capture it. Nope. Okay, so let's stop it. I wonder if I could force it into a window. If I could force it into a window, I can capture it via window. But let's see. Yeah, it makes the small screen. Okay, it's not. Okay, let's. Oh, okay. It seems to have captured it. All right, so this is Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. And again, this was gifted to us, and yeah, it looked like it was just an intro video. So I'll have to go back and watch that at a later date just to see kind of what the intro is. But this is Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. And this was given to us by Alex. So this is commissioned from Alex. So we're going to play about 30 minutes of it. Now, if I get really into it, I won't switch over to Dungeon Keeper 2. I will just continue to play Alpha Centauri if I get really into it. So let's see. We are going to start again. And make a random map. I'm gonna do a tiny planet. I feel like tiny planet might be the best for me to start off with. So let's do tiny planet. Pick a difficulty level. We're gonna do citizen. I feel like that's the easy level. um, and I've never played this, so we are gonna play with the standard rules. Oh, okay. Oh, she's pretty. In the Great Commons at Gaia's Landing, we have a tall and particular beautiful stand of white pine, planted at the time of the first colonies. It represents our promise to the people and to planet itself, never to repeat the tragedy of Earth. Okay, so that's their philosophy. So, okay, learn to overcome the crass demands of flesh and bone for the warp, the matrix through which we perceive the world. Extend your awareness outwards, beyond the self of body, to embrace the self of group and the self of humanity. The goals of the group and the greater race are transcendent, and to embrace them is to achieve enlightenment. Okay. That's the human hive. Okay, University of Planet looks cool though. The substructure of the universe regresses infinitely towards smaller and smaller components. Behind atoms, we find electrons, and behind electrons, quarks. Each layer unraveled reveals new secrets, but also new mysteries. Okay, Morgan Industry. Human behavior is economic behavior. The particulars may vary, but competition for limited resources remains a constant. Need as well as greed have followed us to the stars, and the rewards of wealth still await those wise enough to recognize this deep drumming of our common pulse. So that's the Morgan Industries, Spartan Federation. Superior training and superior weaponry have, when taken together, a geometric effect on overall military strength. Well-trained, well-equipped troops can stand up to many more times their lesser brethren than linear arithmetic would seem to indicate. Okay. So far, I'm kind of like in University of Planet. The Lord's believers. Oh gosh. The righteous need not cower before the drumbeat. Ooh. Okay. Me, glasses, yes. That might help. Okay. The righteous need not cower before the drumbeat of human progress. Though the song of yesterday fades into the challenge of tomorrow, God still watches and judges us. Evil lurks in the Thalinks as it lurked in the streets of yesteryear, but it was never the streets that were evil. Okay, and then the last one is Peacekeepers. As the Americans learned so painfully in Earth's final century, free flow of information is the only safeguard against tyranny. The once chained people whose leaders at last lose their grip on information flow will soon burst with freedom and vitality. But the free nation, gradually constricting its grip on public discourse, has begun its rapid slide into despotism. Beware of he who would deny you access to information, for in his heart he dreams himself your master. Okay, so I am really kind of leaning towards University of Planet, the scientists. So I think that is the way we're gonna go. We're gonna go University of Planet. So okay.
The substructure of the universe regresses infinitely toward smaller and smaller components. Behind atoms we find electrons, and behind electrons quarks. Each layer unraveled reveals new secrets, but also new mysteries.
So I'm a little mad.
Mission Prokhor Zakharov, for I have tasted the fruit.
I'm a little mad because I didn't know it actually read it, and I just did all that reading. But that's okay. Change gender. I mean, actually, I'm okay with playing a dude. I'm okay with that. Zorgroff. A new era of struggle and opportunity awaits you. The UN starship Unity has arrived in the Alpha Centauria system after a 40-year voyage. All contact with Earth has been lost. After Captain Garland's assassination by an unknown assailant, the crew mutiny and split into factions. In the ensuing conflict, some seized control of the Unity's colony pods. You now shape the destiny of your university faction, which has just made planetfall. Okay. Okay. Enter a name for your first base. Okay. Well, we're not gonna call it university base. Like, duh. I'm gonna call it We Have Landed. Yeah, we're gonna call it We Have Landed. Okay. Your colony pod has crash landed on Alpha Centauri. Its stores have been used to found your first base. We have landed. You can use the Scout Patrol unit, which is now active, okay, to explore the surrounding area. It can also be used for defense if necessary. If this is your first time playing Alpha Centauri and you would like a tour of the interface, click the tour button. This is my first time. I am going to hit tour. A unit status box blinks when it is ready to move. Use the Scout Patrol to explore. Okay. So continue. Okay, you can use the arrow keys or the mouse to move units. The space bar tells a unit to stay where it is for now. Okay, so I want you to move here. It is not. Okay. Only naval and air units can enter ocean squares. Right, that makes sense. Xenofungus is a form of planet life native to Alpha Centauri. For now, think of it as a dangerous obstacle. Okay. The main menu is summoned by clicking this button. It works much like the Windows Start button. Wow. Advanced players may wish to switch to detailed menus from the game menu. Okay. The Common Link button allows you to contact other factions. You can click on the name of any faction you've met to open negotiations. In a multiplayer game, this window also shows the chat status and current turn clock. Okay. The unit window shows you which unit you are moving right now, okay, or which unit you currently have selected. The tyranny window details the tyranny at your current location, rolling and moist. Okay. The rainier, greener an area is, the more nutrients it produces. Okay. The rockier area, the more minerals it makes. And the higher an area, the more energy can be produced. Okay. The stack window allows you to see all of the units in the current square. Click on any unit here to select it. Note that a unit's stats, e.g., 111, indicates its weapon, armor, and moves. Okay. Okay, so we have one, I'm assuming one weapon, one armor, and one move. Better units have higher values. Okay. The message window provides useful data of many types throughout the game. You can click here to cycle through the different displays or to hold on a display which you wish to study in detail. Okay, wait, you can click here. Okay. The message button causes the message window to list events which has occurred at your base recently, such as new items built, drone riots, etc. You can click on listed items to zoom to the affected. Oh, okay. The info button causes the message window to cycle through general information. The worlds window shows an overhead map of the whole planet. You may click anywhere on the map to cause the view to zoom to that location. The current date and your energy reserves are shown here. Okay. So your first job is to use your scout patrol to explore the area around your base. If you wish to take this tour again, select interface tour from the help menu. Okay. So okay. Oh, okay. Might be just easier to. Xenofungus is a plant form native to the planet, and you find it growing wild in many areas of the planet. Earth plants cannot grow in squares containing fungus unless you clear the fungus first. Okay. Supply pods seated by your starship. The Unity are items of particular interest as you explore the planet. You must enter the square containing the pod in order to find out what it contains. Okay, so, oh.
Production complete.
Energy powers your research labs and helps you researchers discover and exploit new technologies. You guide their research by controlling the fields in which they study. Okay. In which area should our scientists focus their research? Focus on a single area makes discoveries in that area more likely. Events of pure knowledge. I'm trying to think because I mean we're still in like the beginning. Do we want to look into colonization and population growth right now? Then there's wealth and infrastructure. And then direct military applications. So it looks like right now, advance of pure knowledge is selected. Oh, okay. So you can actually select more than one. Okay, so because I do want to do knowledge, but I think I want to do military too. Because I feel like you kind of want to have that built up. You know, in case something pop off, you have some military skills. So I think, but it says on a single area. But it doesn't say that I can't do two. It just says focus on a single area makes discovery in that area more likely. But so can I do two or is it just the one? Let's see. Oh, but let me do two. Oh, well.
Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to our natural experience and the simplicity with which they do so.
Okay.
The grand principle of the heavens balances on the razor's edge of truth. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A History of Science.
Okay. And which areas shall let's continue to go with that. MY 2108 University scientists discover applied physics, their first research breakthrough since planetfall. The Peacekeepers made mankind's first breakthrough in MY 2107. Oh, so they were a year ahead of us. Okay. Is there something I'm supposed to do? Oh, okay, close. Okay, because I was like, it won't let me move. But I guess I can right click and hit move unit here. So is the colony So is the colony pod like a flying ship? Because I see there's a supply like pod out here, and I want to know, is the colony pod a flying ship?
Mineral
There are two kinds
resources.
of scientific progress: the methodical experimentation and categorization, which gradually extend the boundaries of knowledge, and the revolutionary leap of genius, which redefines and transcends those boundaries. Acknowledging our debt to the former, we yearn nonetheless for the latter. Academician Prokhor Zakharov, addressed to the faculty.
Okay. We have attained technologies which will allow us to design better units. Would you care to see the new units are in? Yes, I do want to see. Impact Squad. On the design workshop screen. Oh, okay. On the design workshop screen, you create new units uh, with which to explore and conquer planet. You assign each unit type a weapon, armor, chassis, reactor, and perhaps a special ability or two. Okay. You are then free to begin building those units at any of your bases. If you would like a more detailed tour of this screen, click the tour button. I know, I have never played, so I have to do the tours. That's the only way I'm going to understand. The chassis determines the number of moves a unit gets. Okay, each turn. You can also choose a land, sea, or air chassis. Certain chassis gain special combat bonuses. For instance, the infantry chassis type is especially good for attacking enemy bases. Okay. Assigning your unit a weapon allows it to attack enemy units. The higher the attack value, the more likely your chances for success, but the more costly the unit will be to build. You can also choose equipment modules to create units for non-combat roles. Okay. Armor protects, well, okay. Protects your unit, protects your unit from attack. The thicker the better. Okay. Reactor. Reactor provides power to your unit. Okay, you should usually select the biggest reactor allowed by your technology level. That makes sense. Since this not only makes your unit harder to kill, it often lowers the cost. Okay. Where your technology allows, you may add special abilities such as drop pods or anti-gravity struts to create units for specialty missions. The cost shows the number of minerals which will be required to build your new unit. Unless you are playing in the Spartans, the first unit of a new type will incur the prototype cost. representing the difficulty of developing new designs. Okay. Your unit stats are summarized here. Okay. The first number represents weapon strength or offensive capability. The middle number indicates armor thickness or defensive capability. The final number shows the number of moves. If you have selected a reactor with a value greater than 1, it will be shown at the end after a star. Okay. Basic unit types and unit types which you have designed will appear here. You may click on any unit type to examine or edit. These arrows allow you to scroll through your unit types. Okay. The preset button allows you to design certain styles of unit quickly. Click on any button and the workshop will propose a design of that. Okay. When you have designed a new unit or made changes to an old design, use the Done button to confirm your change and close the design workshop. Okay. The Apply button can be used to confirm your changes without closing the design workshop. You are then free to create or examine other unit types. The Rename button allows you to name your unit. The Obsolete button can be used to make a unit type as obsolete and no longer necessary. Obsolete unit types will not show up as a production choice, so they won't clutter up your production menus, but any existing units of an obsolete type will continue to function until you upgrade them or they are destroyed or disbanded. You can also use this button to return a previous obsolete type to service. Okay. The Upgrade button upgrades all units of your currently selected type to a better type. The Design Workshop will check to see if you have a better type available, and if so, will offer you an upgrade. You must prototype a new unit type before you can upgrade to it. Okay, so the Retire button retires a unit type from service entirely, and remaining units of that type are disbanded, and the design is deleted from your units list. Its slot becomes empty. Okay. Finally, the Cancel button allows you to leave the design workshop without making any further changes. If you wish to take this tour again, you may do so at any time by selecting Design Workshop Tour from the Help menu. Okay. So, can we see the reactors? This looks like the biggest one. I think that is the one that they want us to do. What do you have? We have nothing for shielding. We have no special abilities. Okay, I think we're done then. Apply. Okay. And done. Okay, in which areas shall our scientists focus their research? Continue to do pure events of pure knowledge. Scout Patrol. This symbol represents abundant mineral. Okay. Resources. If you have a base within 2 squares, it will be able to produce additional minerals, especially if you build a mine here. Minerals help you build new vehicles and facilities. Okay. Can I build a mine? Okay, hold on.
Turn complete.
Okay. Okay, so press enter for the next turn.
Resources exist to be consumed, and consumed they will be. If not by this generation, then by some future. By what right does this forgotten future seek to deny us our birthright? None, I say. Let us take what is ours, chew and eat our fill. CEO Nwabude K. Morgan, The Ethics of Greed.
Okay. We have obtained technologies which will allow us. Yes. Okay, so I mean, we can't. Oh, this one gets shielding. That's cool. Okay.
Bot recovered.
We have recovered a resupply pod from the Unity. It contains manufacturer supplies worth 50 energy credits. Okay. The base control screen allows you to control the production and economic growth of your base. We have landed. Click the tour button for more details. Okay. We'll begin the base tour by introducing you to the governor. The governor is a valuable assistant who can help you control the activities of your base. Whether beginner or expert, you will find the governor can help you get your bases up and running quickly. To use the governor, simply tell him whether this base should explore, discover, build, or conquer. I think I have it set to explore right now. The Explore button tells the governors to concentrate on finding and occupying new territory. Base set to Explore will typically concentrate on building scouts, colony pods, transports, and occasional naval units for scouting oceans. Okay. This button is especially useful early in the game when you need to expand quickly, which we kind of do. The Discovery button emphasizes scientific discovery and technology breakthroughs. The governor will concentrate on building science facilities such as network nodes, secret projects, probe teams, and prototype units. Oh, that's a good one too. This button is especially effective with large, well-protected bases deep in your interior. The Build button mandates infrastructure and growth. The governor will tend to build facilities and formers. Use this button at any time to have your base concentrate on peaceful growth. Use the Conquer button to build up your military. In this mode, your base will produce military units of all varieties and their associated facilities such as command centers. Use this button whenever you need to attack or defend. Got it. You now have enough information to get started. If you wish, click the End Tour button and begin playing or keep reading to learn how you can manage a base yourself. We will begin with the Governor button proper, which can be used to turn the governor off and on. Note that clicking on the Explore, Discovery, Build, or Conquer button automatically turns the governor on. Okay. The Advanced Governor button brings up a dialog box which allows you to customize your governor. For instance, you could tell your governor to build only facilities. Okay. The information box shows the name of the base. For convenience, the date and your current energy reserves shown here. If your base has grown large enough to pose a danger to the local environment, the ecological damage indicator shows the percentage chance of intervention by planet. The population bar, which we got 2 people, shows you the citizens of We Have Landed. Each person represents about 1,000 colonists, okay? Most of your citizens will be gray workers, capable of producing standard resources. Later, you may elevate some citizens to become specialists, doctors, technicians, librarians, etc. Good social conditions in your colony may cause some workers to become green talents. Poor social conditions and overcrowding will turn them into red drones. Whenever your base has more drones than talents, there will be a drone riot. To correct this problem, build a psych-related base facility such as a recreational dome, convert some citizens into doctors, or increase your energy allocation to psych. Okay, the NERS staple button is a particular draconic means of controlling drone riots. If you NERS staple your citizens, they will cease rioting for at least 10 turns. Do this only in an emergency, however, because NERS stapling is considered an atrocity. The production box shows what the base is currently making. Bases can produce new units or build facilities to improve the base itself. Your base uses minerals to produce things. When all of the mineral icons in the box light up, your new unit or facility will be ready. Okay. The build queue shows what the base will build next after it's finished its current production. Click on the change button to set new production orders for your base. Use the hurry button if you need to finish something fast. You can spend your energy reserves to complete production quickly, but it can get expensive. Okay. The garrison box shows you what units are currently present at the base. Try to keep at least one military unit in each base to guard it from unexpected attack. You may click on any unit to activate it or right-click for the additional options. Okay. The forces supported box shows the units which this base has produced and which it is therefore most support. These units are not necessarily present at the base right now. You can use the support button to find out where they are. The facilities box shows any facilities you have built at this base. Facilities increase the potential of your base. A network node increases your lab's output, but most facilities require a small amount of energy each turn for maintenance. If you no longer want one of your facilities, you can click on it and scrap it and recycle it. Okay. The commerce box shows your trade with other human factions if you sign a treaty or pact with another human faction. Your base will automatically begin commerce with your new friends, resulting in extra energy for your base. Commerce rates are affected by 1, the size of the bases involved, 2, the number of economic texts you have discovered, and 3, whether you have a treaty or pact. Sorry. With the pact, you gain double commerce. The nutrients box shows your base potential for growth. As your base produces nutrients, they are collected here. When all of the nutrient boxes light up, your base will increase in population. The base map shows the region around your base. Any square in this region can be farmed, mined, or otherwise improved by your citizens. In order to produce nutrients, minerals, and energy, which are the basic economy units of the game, squares in use are marked with icons showing the quantity of each resource they are producing. You can utilize one square on this map for each worker you have at the base. You can also always utilize the base squares itself. You can drag workers from square to square or drag them into the population bar to elevate them to specialists. You cannot utilize unexplored squares, squares utilized by other nearby bases, or squares occupied by the enemy units. The nutrient bar shows your current nutrient production. Nutrients feed your citizens, and help your colony to grow. Each citizen needs 2 nutrients each turn to live. The consumption is shown on the left side of the bar. Any surplus nutrient production is shown on the right side of the bar. The surplus, if any, is stored each turn for possible future use and population growth. Any items appearing in red represent a shortfall and can lead to starvation. If you need to improve nutrient production, move citizens on the area map to squares which produces more nutrients. Send your former units on the main map to build farms in these squares. The minerals bar shows your current mineral production. Depending on the number of military units you have built and your social engineering settings, you may have to expend some minerals each turn to support existing units. This is shown at the left of the bar. Any surplus minerals are shown at the right of the bar. They are applied to your current production, and any items appearing in red constitute a support shortfall and can lead to the elimination of unsupported military units. If your base needs more minerals, send your former units to build more mines. The energy bar diagrams the current energy output of We Have Landed. Any red tiles represent energy loss to inefficiency. Inefficiency increases when your social engineering choices are inadequate to the needs of a large colony and population. If you are losing a lot of energy to inefficiency, consider building a child's crutch to increase efficiency or switching to a more economical, efficient social model, Democrat or Green, for instance. If your base needs more energy, send your former units to build more solar collectors. Jeez, oh, peace. The energy allocation chart shows how your energy output is being allocated amongst your 3 priorities: economy, labs, and psych. You can reallocate your energy at any time by selecting social engineering from the HQ menu. Energy allocated to economy is used to increase your energy reserves, which you can later spend to hurry production, bribe neighbors, and maintain base facilities. Energy allocated to psych is used to improve the quality of life for your citizens. Every 2 units of energy spent here stimulates 1 worker to become a talent. Spending here will help to prevent drone riots. Energy allocated to labs is used for scientific research. The more you spend here, the faster you will discover new technologies. Okay, we're almost done. I'm pretty confident. The support button switches the base map to a broad view, which shows where the units produced by and therefore supported by this base have moved. The large colored icon represents your base. Smaller icons represent the base's units. Okay. The psych button switches the base map to a psych profile. The information here may help you to elevate poor living conditions and prevent drone riots. Resource button returns the base map to the standard resource view. This is the view you will genuinely find most helpful in managing your base. When you have more than 1 base, the previous base button zooms to the base just before this one in alphabetical order. Similarly, the next one will go to the one in alphabetical order. The rename button allows you to rename your base. We have landed. Renaming a base you've captured from another player may goad him to anger. Okay, finally, the OK button allows you to close the base control screen when you are done with it. You can also press the Enter key to close the window. This tour contains many details that you may wish to review later. You can take this tour again at any time by selecting Base Tour from the Help menu. Okay. Okay. Because I don't think...
Production complete.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'm a little confused. Because technically they can't go in the water. So maybe I need to... Because I've tried... Okay, so Ghana... Right-click the unit set to auto. Okay. The discovery has stimulated a burst of research. I don't see auto. I don't see auto. I don't see auto. Yeah, there's no action. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, so we found a base. Okay, hold on. Cause I'm gonna
Turn complete.